This conference will now be recorded.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rajni Jain. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, I would like to welcome you all to this online meeting. Please take a moment to review the guidelines for this online meeting posted in the chat window. I now request the moderator, Mr. Lakshmipathy, to introduce the speaker and start the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rajani. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Lakshmipathy. I'll be moderating this meeting. Agricultureinformation.com likes to welcome to this meeting Ms. Archana Agarwal, the proprietor of Sit Spray Aroma Sciences, Mangalam Agro, Nagpur, Maharashtra. Ms. Archana Agarwal will be speaking on the topic aloe vera gel extraction and marketing. I now request the speaker to begin.
Hello everybody, greetings to all the participants. Firstly, I would like to introduce you all to myself. I am Archana Agarwal, owner of Mangalam Agro company, Sit Spray Aroma Sciences, Nagpur. We are into the large scale production of aromatic crops and aloe vera, and also bulk processor of essential oils and aloe vera products. Today, I would like to take the opportunity to let you know about the production, extraction and marketing of aloe vera gel. So let us start about the production of aloe vera. Firstly, talking about the aloe vera, we will take in short what's the aloe vera, about the farm. Basically, aloe vera is available in numerous species, varieties, but the best variety considered is Aloe barbidanis, which is on your skin now. Aloe barbidanis is majorly used for the production of aloe vera gel, juices, for hair care products, skin care products, and also for medicine purpose too. So now aloe vera barbidanis is our main aloe vera which we are going to describe about. Now next thing is that aloe vera farming plus point is that it doesn't require lot of hard work. Basically does not need care, maintenance, as well as the plus point is that it multiplies steadily, as well as before cutting the aloe vera for gel, we should take into consideration that aloe vera must be 3 to 5 year old plant. Also, before cutting the aloe vera, we should not water the aloe vera plant for at least or minimum 15 days. As the reason, the aloin content in the aloe vera increases, which is very good, main useful component for every cosmetic, hair product, skin care product. Second important point for making gel or cutting aloe vera, that we should take into consideration that the leaf size, approximately its length of the leaves varies from 350 mm to 650 mm, as well as width 50 to 150 mm, and the weight of a single leaf varies from 350 to 650 grams, while the pulp varies from 150 to 450 grams. This is also taken into the consideration that is aloe vera is fully grown or not. If it's not so, then we should wait for the aloe vera cutting. The next thing is that once the crop is grown, we don't have to take much care for next 25 years. Also, in 6 to 8 weeks, we can cut 3 to 4 leaves from a plant, and then we can extract the aloe vera gel or juice. So here you are seeing is the aloe vera barbidanis. It's approximately 5 year old plant. Now From farm, we are coming to the factory and going to the next process. Now, we start the manufacturing process of aloe vera. The first process is the washing of aloe vera, and is one of the most important process that we should wash aloe vera so that it should not contain any dirt, dust, mud, soil or any foreign particles. As well as we should wash it thrice to four times in plain water. After that, like you are seeing on your screen too, 50 degrees centigrade water is used to wash the aloe vera so that no germs, bacteria, virus should be present in aloe vera leaves. After that, washing the aloe vera, we should cut the side edges. As the seeing on your screen, आप देख सकते हैं. We should cut the side edges of the aloe vera with the help of sharp knife or any machinery you have. Before that, one thing I'm missing is that the yellow content, the yellow part which comes out the aloe vera, as we go to washing for 5 to 6 times, so it completely removes. No need to, if you think that it's there, so you haven't washed the aloe vera properly. If aloe vera is washed properly, then the yellow part is completely removed from the aloe vera. So after cutting the side edges, thorns of the aloe vera, the next process is to take the outer ring skin of the aloe vera and to take the inner pulp, that is called mucilage also, inner pulp from the aloe vera leaf with the help of hand or the machine. Here in the screen you are seeing the roller machine. With the help of roller screen, we are taking out aloe vera pulp. On the next screen, with the help of hand, sharp is knife, we are taking the aloe vera pulp out. After taking the aloe vera pulp, one more important point is that the outer skin of aloe vera is not at all waste, but it's very useful for making compost, as well as you can dry them, make the powder, and can be used as a pesticides for your aloe vera plant or any other fertilizer or farming purpose. So nothing is waste. This can also be used and you can earn money from this aloe vera skin. So next, coming to the aloe vera. Now, after getting the gel, the second important point is that if your aloe vera is 3 to 5 years old or fully matured, in the mucilage you will find this small line in the full aloe vera gel. This also shows that aloe vera is fully mature to make gel or juice. So after getting the aloe vera, we should grind it, make it in the liquid form, juicy form, by grinding in a mixer, machine or anything which you have. Like we are sharing the screen. So after grinding it, the juice is coming out. Just have a look. This is the juice we obtained in a container. It has lot of phase in the starting, but this phase is a very useful part and it's a very important, so kindly not remove it. But with the help of muslin cloth or any other filtration machine which are available in the market in different forms nowadays, you can take that and strain the aloe vera juice so that the foreign particles, big particles comes out and you will get the pure juice. And after obtaining the pure juice, you should mix it with anything you want, like 25 to 35% of aloe vera juice is mixed with water, distilled water, to make the gel. Pure aloe vera juice is not used because most of the times, most of the condition, it doesn't form the gel properly. So it is always mixed with the water. And the next process is, after mixing it with water, you should add some xylene acid like guar gum, xanthan gum, carbomur, carbopol, and leave it for approximately 2 to 3 hours, or depends. Just for carbomur, we leave for 2 hours, xanthan gum for 8 hours minimum. So it totally depends upon the gelatin agent you are using. After that, one more thing is that once we have added we have cutted the leaves and added the gelatin in that, we should make the gel fast. We should not keep it for 2 to 3 days. As early as we make the gel, our gel quality is very good. It will transparent as well as it possesses many properties like we are showing in your screen: magnesium, zinc, phosphorus, total protein. This all should retain high as fast as we make the gel after cutting the leaves. But if the leaf is still for 2 to 3 days, many of the properties like polysaccharides, enzyme, proteins, they reduces itself only. So after cutting the leaves, try to make the gel as early as possible. So next thing is that for making gel after adding the gelatin agent is the by two process, mostly done by two process, that is heating process and cold process. Nowadays heating process is mostly considered, but in heating process there is a major problem that if we heat it in a high temperature then its major proteins, enzymes, polysaccharides, they all reduces and the quality of gel or juice deteriorates. So we should not heat more aloe vera juice at above 50 degrees centigrade. Also, we should take into the consideration that keep what's the pH level. As you are saying that pH level 4.47, 4.49, it depends upon which skin type we are using the aloe vera gel. If it's a oily skin, then pH should be high. And if it's a dry skin, then pH should be low. So you can customize your aloe vera gel according to your pH level too. So next, when the aloe vera gel, after the gelatin and then once the aloe vera gel is formed, next procedure is to add the preservatives like oxyl, Iscagard, sodium benzoate, phenoxyethylene, PE, and many more are there. Nowadays, we generally not prefer methyl paraben as it's not good, and also everybody knows that skin or hair is not good with the methyl paraben. So it's a good option to use natural or chemical less preservatives in it. And at this, the last, you can add glycerin, any food color you want as per your requirement, and essential oils, fragrance, whatever you want according to your aloe vera. So now our aloe vera gel is ready. So next step, in the screen what we are showing you is the when aloe vera gel contents. Once the aloe vera gel, when we make the aloe vera gel, this is the major contents which the aloe vera have. When you make, when you do the test, this all values you will get in your gel. This all are that particular values. Now the next step is packaging. How should we store or package the aloe vera gel? So for packaging, it's good to store in the dark and cool places, especially in an airtight container so that no air should cross, and we should increase the life of aloe vera gel. So main thing is about the packaging, and in the nowadays packaging is available from 50 grams to 1 kg pack in the market for selling purpose. Now we come to marketing. So for marketing, we should take care firstly about the stickers. Yeah, aloe vera gel can be good in the Bunzer land because it doesn't require much water. If you watered it in 15 days also, it's well and good, no problem. And especially in aloe vera is grown in Rajasthan, Gujarat, Sanj area also. I think you have got your answer. So coming to the packaging. For packaging, the first thing we should take into consider that it should be neat and clean. The sticker should be eye-catching. one should look, it should catch your eyes when you look the stickers, because in the market there are many aloe vera gels, so you should take care of that. And the next thing is that in your sticker they should maintain the company name, manufacturing company name, um, expiry date, manufacturing date, batch number, etc., etc. Also, you should take care that in a sticker you should mention how to apply it and how you should use the aloe vera gel. It's also an important factor to guide how the aloe vera gel can be used. So here I am showing you in the screen how the aloe vera gel can be used. Aloe vera gel is very good for skin purpose, hair process, for medicinal purpose, as well it is a very good natural antibacteria, antivirus, or it's a very good tutorial. That means it helps the circulation of blood flow. Next, very good detoxifier, which makes your skin shine, hair shiny. Now, how to use aloe vera? Like moisturizing cream or mask cream. After washing your face, always apply aloe vera gel. So it will help to close all the pores. It should use as the base makeup. Instead of using primer or any chemical, we can use aloe vera for shining skin. After shave, we can use it for hair treatment. For relaxed swollen eyes, keep the aloe vera in refrigerator, and you can use on your eyes, and after 15 minutes you will feel a good relaxation. For nail purpose, body care products on the whole body, it acts as a very good moisturizer. And also for sunburn, if our skin got sunburn, sun tanning, or you're going out of the sun, then aloe vera gel is one of the best option for all the sun tanning purpose or sun reducing purpose. Fine. So next main product. Now next we come to the marketing and promotion of aloe vera gel. So now we come to the marketing and promotion of aloe vera gel. So what's our main target? I think our main target is to place our product in general stores, Ayurvedic shops, spas, beauty parlor, natural and organic product, mall, etc. First, we have to place it in that. Next, we can launch it through FMCG, that fast-moving consumer good products. Also, we can do multi-level marketing plus door-to-door marketing, as well as we can advertisement it through pamphlets by distributing pamphlets, this our social media like Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, print media. There are many ways you can market your aloe vera. Also, for spreading your business, you should try to distribute samples of aloe vera gel. So one should use it, and if they feel something good, they will contact you and purchase you. One major thing is that besides B2B marketing, there is also B2C, that is business to consumer. If your aloe vera gel quality is absolutely good, then there are many big purchasers who would really like to purchase the aloe vera gel or juice from you. We Mangalam Agro are also the readily purchaser of aloe vera products. I think it's much about aloe vera. So thanks.
Thank you, Ms. Archana Agarwal, for a very detailed and interesting presentation. I now request the participants to ask their questions. We'll also be posting the speaker's contact details in the chat window. Now over to the participants for questions. Please indicate your willingness to ask questions by putting on your mic, participants. Let me see who is going to ask the first question. The first question is from Mr. Pamati. Yes, Mr. Pamati.
Sir, no questions. Sorry, no questions.
Okay, not having question. Next, we will move on to. We'll ask Mr. Vinayak whether he has got any question. Mr. Vinayak, you have any question? What about Mr. Vidur? Mr. Suraj Sebastian? Miss Sabrina John? Mr. Mohan?
Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Rashmipati.
Good afternoon.
Mrs. Archana Agarwal, it's a sweet and nice explanation presentation. Congratulations for that. And my question is, this aloe vera throughout the globe, maybe western side and other parts of the world, and of course in India, it's a very common product to grow and to do processing, etc. everything. Don't you think marketing will be very competitive and a tough job? How can you address for this?
Basically, marketing is not tough if your product quality is good. All thing depends upon the product. If the product is good, once you will feel the difficult, but for the next time, when the people use it, they will contact you and purchase you by yourself only. And it's my personal experience.
Great, because we appreciate for your personal experience. And how about the export potential from India to other countries, aloe vera? Is there any major country where they import aloe vera from India?
Generally, import in India, aloe vera is maximum quantity. India used to export aloe vera gel and juices from to other countries.
Your company is not.
USA, Dubai, yeah.
Your company is not exporting.
We are exporting, but not directly.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, next question, please. Next question, Mr. Brito, you have any question? I see no mics getting on. Any more questions? Mr. Ashok Ati, you have any question or we post any questions in the chat window? Yes, Mr. Ashok's question is, may I know the planting material cost per year? That's his question.
Planting material cost. The aloe vera plant is approximately 1 to 3 rupees, depends upon you which state you stay. But it's not the major high costing plant. It's approximately 1 to 3 rupees. You can purchase it, and in 1 acre, 10,000 plants are grown.
Okay, next question is, which is the best variety and from where we can get the saplings for planting? That's a question from Mr. Ashok.
Yeah, the best variety of aloe vera is Aloe barbadensis. And we can provide you, many people are there, those who grow the Aloe barbadensis. If you want, you can share with us. We can share you all the details.
All right. And
yeah, definitely aloe vera can be grown on rocky lands also.
Okay, that answers the third question from Mr. Ashok. Yes, any other questions? Let me see, record it. Yes, Mr. Ashok's question has been already answered. Any other questions, participants? Who is this, please? Mr. Brito, Miss Mangalam, Mr. Agarwal. What about Mr. Mehul? Mr. Vidur has got a question.
Yes. Does aloe vera need flat land and or it needs, even in undulating land, it can be grown?
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
Does growing aloe vera need flat land, or it can be grown on undulating land, you know?
Yeah, aloe vera can be grown on the undulating land. It doesn't need the flat land always.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for asking, Mr. Vidhu. Any other questions, please? All right, before we close, Ms. Archana, you want to add anything more to your talk?
No, it's completely okay. Thanks a lot.
Okay, Mr. Praveen Chandra seems to have come now, and he has got a question, looks like. Yes, Mr. Praveen
Yeah.
Chandra. Your mic was on for briefly. Any questions, Mr. Praveen? No questions. Okay, that is the end of the session, looks like, and we have completed the round of questions. I'd like to thank the speaker, Ms. Archana Agarwal. Yes, Ms. Mangalam.
Yeah, I would like to thank Ms. Archana. It was a wonderful speech and a wonderful presentation, and we could gather a lot of knowledge, and it was very helpful for me. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the speaker now on behalf of Agriculture Information for taking the time to speak with us with an interesting presentation. I now request the organizer of the meeting, Ms. Rajini Jain, to please close the meeting. And before that, I think one Sanupa wants to talk. Mr. or Ms. Anupa, your mic is on. You want to say something or you want to ask anything?
I would like to thank Mrs. Archana. Her explanation, all my queries were solved without asking any question.
Thanks a lot. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Thanks for your compliments, Ms. Anupa. And now I request the organizer to please close the meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Lakshmipati. I like to thank the speaker, Ms. Archana Agarwal, for taking the time to talk with us. I also like to thank all the participants for their time. The meeting will now be closed.